It's the Virgos. We're back. We're back with a good one, I think. So, there's a lot of talk. Social media will have you thinking that women out here just don't give a fuck about their men. But sometimes there is light at the end of the tunnel. Um, and a unicorn shows up. And in this
According to the
case,
internet.
according to the internet, and in this case, and there are probably more women out here like the video that I'm about to play.
Yep.
There are probably more women out here like her than we would ever hear about online because online, the socials are a home for likes and hearts and provocateurs. Everybody is trying to get a bag from clicks. So the more shocking the shit is, they've gotten to the point now where everything is a skit, everything's like you can't even tell. Sometimes you can't even tell what's a skit and what isn't. But then you start seeing the same faces and the same kinds of skits, and you're like, oh, these people. But anyway, she says she doesn't want her husband just to work and play bills. I'm gonna play a little bit of the audio of the video for you, and then we're gonna get into it.
So that I can enjoy. But I don't want my husband to just work and pay bills. I don't want him to not have a hobby. I don't want him to not have healthy mental health. I don't want him to not have savings. I don't want him to work and slave all day, every day to take care of my bills, our bills, and me just sit there and not contribute anything. This is coming from a young lady who has never been married. I don't have any kids. I have a dog. I'm fully educated, pay my own bills right now, and it is difficult. I have a great career, and it is difficult. So when I think of getting married and building with someone or coming together and bringing our assets together, I could never lay in my bed knowing that my husband has no life and no freedom and maybe no peace because all he does is work and pay bills.
So I'm gonna stop it right there. Sherrod, I feel her.
Yeah.
This is the thing. My husband, my partner, my lover, my friend, I give a fuck. I give several fucks about them. In no in no world of mine is it okay for me to watch my husband, my partner, my lover, my friend slave, kill himself to take care of us. And I'm a whole person with the mental and physical capacity to help. If I look at my husband come in the house, beat down, dog tired, I don't want that for my husband. I want my husband, my friend, my lover to live a full, healthy life. Anything in this life that we do requires balance. Anything that is out of balance is unhealthy. You have to think about your body. If you have more of one thing in your body than another thing, shit is going to be fucked up. Same thing in relationships, same thing in marriages. All of that. Like you too much of one thing is too much. It's going to fuck shit up, right? Plus, I want my husband to be able to relax. I want my husband to be able to enjoy his life. I don't, I would not take as a woman, as a wife, as a partner, I would not take any pleasure in seeing my husband deprived of his joy, of his pleasure, of his peace, of doing the things like his extracurricular activities, hanging out with his homeboys. If all he's doing is work, 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 and I'm sitting back and I'm watching him kill himself working, I ain't shit. That's not my husband for real. That's not my friend for real. I don't give a fuck about him for real. I don't care what we talked about. Let's say that my husband is the type of person that says, babe, I don't want you to work. I'm going to go out here and work 36 hours a day, even though it's only 24 hours in a day. Y'all get what I'm saying? First of all, that deprives me of time and companionship. Me. It deprives me of time and companionship and space to be with the man that I married. Secondly, if my husband is always working, what other ways can he contribute to our relationship? And two, if we have children together, that means our children are deprived of their father. Our household is deprived of that whole family dynamic. If he not working, he's sleeping. That means that he's not getting something because he's always working. That means that he's depriving himself or being deprived of something because he's always working. His life should not be about taking care of me in that capacity to where he has nothing. Like, if I love and care about this man, I want the things that I want for me are the same things that I want for him. I want him to be experiencing joy. I want him to experience happiness. I want him to experience rest and respite. I want him to be able to take a load off. And Shirai, I might be one of these pick me bitches that they be talking about. Because when my man get home from work, I be having the slippers at the door. Sit down, babe. Let me take care of you. That's how it was when I was in my relationship with my last dude. When he got home from work, and I also was working, but we took care of each other. So if I was the first one home, I made sure there was food here for him as soon as he got here, that he had all the shit that he likes as soon as he gets home. So he don't have to worry about shit. Like when you get home, home for me is supposed to be heaven. It's where we retreat to when we're trying to get the fuck away from what happens out in the world. And I want this nigga to keep coming back home. I want him to want to come back home. So I had all of the things ready for him when he got there. And I just feel like I don't want my husband to kill himself trying to take care of us. If I can do it, if my husband said, babe, you don't have to work, but he doesn't make enough for me to stay at home. If he doesn't make enough, so now he's got to work overtime and triple time just to, for us to be okay and for him to take care of me. No, I'm going out there and I'm gonna do something so I can take something off of his plate. Cause there's a lot of dialogue and conversation about people taking stuff off of your plate when you're in a relationship. Your husband should just go and put gas in your car, whatever. Great. But I also want to do the same for him. I want to take something off of his plate. So if me going out and getting a part-time job means that he don't have to work 80 hours a week, I'm doing that for the benefit of our family, for the benefit so that I can see my friend, my husband, my lover enjoy his fucking life. And if you can sit back and watch your husband or your mate kill themselves out in the world just so that you can just sit down and not do shit, you ain't shit. That's my verdict.
Okay, that's
Y'all, am
it.
I wrong though?
No,
Other
I think
sisters out there, am I wrong? Sherrod,
I,
am I wrong?
I'm gonna put it to you this way. You said home. Home is how our minds escape, right? And the one thing that I've done over the last few years when I go to Home Depot or any store, I watch old couples. And when I see old couples, and I see a lot of those older men in bad shape, it's like, and I understand that, men really don't go to the hospital like they supposed to. Because I've been guilty of fuck myself up, shit, let me put some super glue on this motherfucker, it'll be all right. But then there's this mentality that we're raised up with. It's as if they, in one breath they want to complain how robotic men are, how unemotional we are. But at the same time, as soon as we start asking for things, now it's an issue. So my thing is, I agree with you 1,000%, and it's refreshing to hear that come out a woman's mouth. I've dealt with women and with my partner now. Hey, I ain't got to worry about footing the bill for every single thing. You know what I mean? It's like when I hear women on the internet, but then I know what my reality is. My reality is my lady ain't, I want you to pay $1,000 a week for me to be your woman. You got to put down a deposit to take me out. It's like, whoa, hold on, wait, when did we get to this point? And I tell them, and this is my thing for men. When I speak of 50-50, I'm not speaking about no damn percentages. To me, 50-50 is totally about balance. It's how we balance our house. 50-50. So, hey, your wife works. You work. Okay. Bills got to get paid, so both of y'all know about the bills. House got to get clean. Y'all got to do that shit together. Children have to do homework. Get their asses washed up. Fed. We do that shit together. And guess what? Some days, it's going to be like this. Other days, it's going to be like this. As long as you give me your 100%, which is not going to be the same day in and day out, that's all I'm asking for. Just don't let the side of the teeter-totter hit the floor. We just got to remain balanced. And when we work together and we keeping our, you love you, I love me. And I'm not going to allow anybody to come in my life to disrupt my peace, just like you shouldn't allow anybody in your life to disrupt yours, right? We got that same mentality. So it's like, if I'm not going to allow you to disrupt mine and you're not going to allow me to disrupt yours, I'm not coming in trying to disrupt yours. Because if I cause you anything other than peace, I'm going to get it back. You know what I'm saying? So for every action, there's an equal reaction, right? So why would I want to say, okay, I get home 4 o'clock and I'm sitting in this chair, you come in at 6 and then you're like, hey, babe, how you doing? What you cooking? But I've been sitting at home for an hour.
Yeah.
Bruh, if you got to boil some goddamn hot dogs and ground up some damn hamburger meat, man, hey, just say your wife don't want to eat that shit, but at least get the kids fed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we all have to do everything together in the house because this is our house.
This is
Fuck these people out here and what they think.
Yes, it's our house. And when I first got with my fiance, when we first moved in together, we talked about how we would run the household. He didn't cook as often as I wanted him to. I'm a chef, so he was like, that's all you. And it used to piss me off because I'm like, yeah, I know I'm a chef, but goddamn, I don't want to do it all the time. So but there are certain things he did in the house more than I did as well. And he would say, the house is the first business. You know, the household is your first business. How are you going to run your first business? And so we talked about those things. We talked about finances. We talked about how we were going to handle stuff. He paid all of the bills, all of the household stuff. But there were things that I paid for too that were necessary for the household to run. But these are also things that we talked about. There were things he provided inside the house that I didn't do. And there were things that I provided inside of the house that he didn't do. Some days he only had 80% to give. That's all right, babe. I got your 20%. So where there were occasions where I was lacking or he was lacking, he picked up my slack, I picked up his slack. And it wasn't, and most of the time it wasn't because this is what we talked about, it's because of the partnership that we had with one another. These were things that naturally occurred. It was like, oh, and because this is my friend, I love and care about this person. I'm doing it automatically. It's nothing that I had to even. So he got diagnosed with cancer. I didn't know shit about caregiving, Sherrod. He was like, I know this is a lot. You don't have to stay. I know I don't have to stay, but nigga, I'm staying. And I'm doing all of the shit that I need to do to take care of you. I'm here. You my man, and I love you. So yeah, and I'm doing research. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what the fuck to do now. That's what you do when you're in a partnership with a person.
Yeah.
You step up when you need to step up. So I commend the young lady, and I would love to hear about more. I would love to hear the stories of more women like that, more people like that, because it speaks to the humanity of it all as well. Like, I don't want anybody to just do shit for me all the time
Right.
and disrupt their own lives in the process. It's not fair.
You know what? I know I hear a lot of women say they want a man to pay 100% of the bills a lot online. And I guess it's a normal thing to hear it. That doesn't bother me as much as me hearing these niggas out here saying it, right? And a lot of times, what women don't understand is, for those men that say, I got it, I'll pay it, and this and any other, they are the men that y'all, I'm just generalizing y'all, but those are the men that you're really complaining about. They are the ones that need to feel like I'm in control. I'm the man because I pay everything. See, what women don't understand is that these are the same niggas that we kick it with in the locker room. You know, yeah, I'm telling. These are the same dudes that's in the locker room. That's man, my bitch at the crib and this and that and the other, woo, woo, woo. You know, these are the ones that's actually misogynistic, even though they're pandering. See, people don't understand. Pandering is just a form of manipulation for the benefit of the person that's pandering. So when these dudes are saying, I pay 100% of the bill, I do this, that's also a form of control. Because if I'm paying everything and you ain't bringing nothing into the motherfucking equation, guess what? You don't pay, you don't say. If you ain't got nothing to bring to the table, who are you really? You're worthless to me. And then just the simple fact that these very men are probably the first ones that'll lay their hands on you as soon as you step out of line. My son and I were talking yesterday, and I was just like, yo, you know what? Women ain't mad at me, and men like me, I'm not their ideal man. I've reconciled myself with not being the ideal guy. The ideal guy is the 6-foot guy with 6 figures, 6-pack, and all this other stuff. Okay. He's the guy that can pay 100% of your bills. That's the man that broke your heart. I didn't break your heart. I was just there to pick it up and just play with your little ass when it was wet. You really want him, but he don't want you. You're not mad at me. You just projecting your anger that you have for him towards me because I'm the dusty guy that can't do what he wants to do, that you want him to do. And so I just look at women when these women are out here asking, and I've heard too many women say, I had that life. I hated that life. I hated sitting at home waiting for a man to get home and this and that. I got a friend of mine, she told me she realized that she had to get off her ass and get her degree when she asked for $1 for a Pepsi. And he said, no, why do you need it? You see what I'm saying? So what women don't understand is these men have figured out a way to control you while making it seem like it benefits you at the same time. But it really don't benefit you because guess what? Anything that doesn't add value is worthless. I don't care who you are. And if a man is sitting on the couch all day doing nothing, he ain't shit. And if a woman is sitting on her ass all day, she ain't shit. Because you don't add any value. And please don't tell me about the sex you give me. Come on, I can get sex all day. I can get pussy quicker than a hot meal. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me about what a chick tell me. I say, so what do you bring to the table? She says, I am the table. I said, no, you're not the table. The table is the relationship. What do you bring? Or more importantly, what don't you bring to the relationship? Her first thing was, you get me. I said, you're a dime a dozen. Let's be honest. There's more women than there are men. Most of y'all look like clones. I said, what do I benefit from having you around? If you want me to pay everything, that means more responsibility for me, more work for me. That means I got to do everything extra for you, and you're giving me nothing but some sex that I may get every now and again because you ain't going to fuck as much as I want to. Well, I said, and sex is fair exchange. You get some good dick, I'm getting some pussy. All right, we even. Now, after we get out of the bedroom, what do I get? How do you lighten the load for me? And the look in her face was like, right. Y'all just automatically think I'm just supposed to work myself to death. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
think those people who think that have a fucking problem. Like you think your man is supposed to work himself to death for you. Why do you think that? That's not any relationship that I want to have. Cause that means that if he's always working, something else is being depleted.
oh, he's
That
he's
means
lacking.
you not receiving something too.
Hey, I used to be a side dude, right? I know what happens when the dude is always at work. I know what happened. Because I'm slanging and banging on a regular basis. I'm hitting it more than he is because dude is at work. And it was like,
And when he
it
get
was
home, he
so,
too tired to fuck.
let me tell you, she complained about them going out and he's sleepy. I'm like, the nigga worked like 500 million hours. And the crazy part about was, you know, another thing that women don't realize is I'm the side dude. I don't want you. I'm not trying to take you from him. He doing all the heavy lifting. I'm doing all the pleasurable lifting. You know what the OJ said? I'm the one that pays the bills, but he's the one that gives you plenty thrills. I want the thrill side. I don't want the bill side.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you ever talk about me and you hooking up and you letting him go, I gotta let you go. I can't do that. I can't do that. Because you fucking up the other stuff that I got going on over here. So when you got a man or a woman that's working, and you're providing nothing, I hope you're not expecting, oh yeah, you know, good dick, vacations, a vibrant person. He or she is going to lack in an important area. You know, bedroom ain't gonna be right. Lack of sleep is gonna be irritability. Over time, they're gonna develop resentment for your ass because you get to lay around the house while I bust my ass all day.
Yeah, nobody, yeah, yes, absolutely. Nobody wants that. So yeah, y'all. I I want to assume that the rest of the world feels like we feel, Sharad, but I don't know.
Hey,
So if y'all do or you don't, please put it in the comments.
let us
Let us
know.
know what you think. Could you sit at home while your man kills himself 80, 90, 120 hours a week? And that means that you lacking in something too. A whole bunch of something. So tell us what you think. If we off, if we way off on the subject, let us
Let us
know.
know.
Put it in the comments. If you got something deeper to say, email it to the Virgo Verdict at gmail.com. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Until
Yes.
next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.